This is a 1960 Tyneside Vagabonds Cyclo-cross from Middleton, outside the Ox at Middleton. That's little Ray Weatherall. He's a headstone engraver, actually engraved some little Ray. Good rider he was, he's just young there. This is showing you to the changing rooms. The strip they would call it. The changing room was called the strip, that was the name they had for it. And this is the riders getting prepared for the event. They used to use their old bikes and that because it was all cross country and through streams and rivers and round Shafto Crags actually it's held. But you set away from Middleton, you cross the river, back onto the road, then you go through the gate, through the fields again, then you cross another river. And what had happened in this one, some people will not name it, moved the arrows for the river crossing into a deeper spot. And the riders had quite a problem crossing the river in this spot that they had marked, unofficial spot, with the water being so deep. There's Rob Atkinson, drives for the brewery, him, Newcastle Brewery, lorry driver. The one on the bike that was so. Harry Reynolds in the middle, the Horton. That chap what was so on the left was Reflector. I used to ride right in the cycling. Harry Dodd's Reflector. I wrote for years and years about cycling in the cycling. That was the chap was so earlier with the trilby on, next to the chap in the red sweater. Harry Dodd's. That's some of the spectators out for a laugh. Fashion of today. Crash helmet on back to front. That's the BarnesBurY team with the V's on. We used to have their own vehicle which supplied refreshments and that. With this being the end of the racing season, not many racing lads used to ride this event because you could get injured. And a lot of the lads used to, it was their start into competition cycling by riding something like this. Most of it was running. This is like the charge of the Light Brigade of the Keystone Cops. Now they run up here, they get their bikes, they go round the back of the course. The lad in the red there, the lad in the red is Bill Wright, who's manager of Tesco's at Kingston Park. He's just retired, lives at Darraswell. There's Eric Potts, head of the finance at Gateshead, in the white, that we just saw. Now we go down to do a little river crossing here. The lad there in the maroon there, Tommy Little, he was one of the oldest riders and he finished second. He won it a couple of times and finished second about 3 times. This is where there's a little bit action. Down, oops. Then they cross the river again. Oh, God. How to look after your bike. This fella loves the grass, I think. Oh! I think he's thirsty. I want to get the water first. He's actually a referee. That last one that fell, he actually referees quite high class football matches. And he goes out training for refereeing. He runs backwards down the road. He's been run over twice. Aye, he's a referee. He's from the Stanley Club. There's Wes Clayton in the orange. There's Bill Wright, who was the manager of Tesco's big supermarket Kingston Park, in the red, first out the river there. Now this is where they have a problem of finding their bikes. And this is where you get some people think, I'll try and get my bike without it getting wet. Actually this wasn't the proper crossing, it was a spot where somebody had moved the arrows. Yours truly. Because he wasn't riding. Swimmers only in this event. Oh. How to look after your bike. Look at this, Duke. Oh, what's this? Now look at this lad here, look at that. I mean, you could have gotten your head taken off. That Eric Potts going to throw the bike now. He's head of finance at Gateshead. Look at that, he doesn't, that's his teammate, he mustn't like him. Now this is back onto the Scots Gap Bowling Road. You ride up there, up the hill, and at the top of that hill you turn right onto the moors and it takes you around the circuit at Shafto Crags. Juniors and seniors race together, so you get lads anywhere from 12 and seniors up to 40. The lad that finished second, Tommy Little, was 40. but the lad that won it, Wes Clayton, he's the lad that's just had that kidney transplant. There's Dave Trout writes for the Evening Chronicle. He's one of the top reporters for the Chronicle in there. Dave, not that, that's Willis, sorry, Dave Trout was in the other one. Well, this is the muddy patch. It takes a bit of riding, you know, and through that. Oh, he's the driver for the breweries. I think he needs a pint or two to get him out of there. Rob Atkinson. What? Now they go around about there. They go around there quite a few times. There's a fella taking a shortcut. There's Eric again, the finance lad from Gateshead. Eric Potts, who's in the BarnesBurY. That's another BarnesBurY rider. And it's come the pit pony with the strong legs. Most of it's running actually, but you cannot ride in that. Some of it's rideable, but the bulk of it's running. So you're going to have all-round fitness. Now there's the winner, Wes Clayton. He's the chap that had the bypass, the transplant. And there's Tommy Little, the oldest man in the race, 40. But Wes, since he had the transplant at the Freeman Hospital last year, which would be 1993, he won a gold medal in the invalidity of disabled championships just lately. That was after 6 months after his operation. That's the lad that's leading. He actually goes on to win it. Tyneside Vagabonds rider. That's the club that promotes the event. You're supposed to stick to a certain course, you know, but a few take cross shortcuts in that. And there's Rob Atkinson from the Tyne Velo. That must have been the first of the mountain bikes. Must have been his idea in the early 60s. That's a Newcastle Road Club jersey, the black with the red and white stripe. I think it's green, isn't it? It's plenty of black photos. There's the pit pony from the BarnesBurY, trackman, time trialist. He's maybe riding this to lose a bit of weight. That's a reflector. That chap in the Trilbias who just went round through the gate there, the one in the background, the raincoat, is the reporter that used to write in the Chronicle. That's the referee from Stanley, who used to train backwards till he got run over. They do 40 or 50% of their training running backwards, you know, the referees. He's different. Most of this, the lad with a quiff on the front keeps getting in the way. You just feel as if you had a pair of scissors, you would give him a short back and sides. You see him later a few times. This is the leader, Wes Clayton, who goes on to win the event. He's actually a joiner, he did work for Sunderland Corporation. He's now retired. But Wes went on to win this event about 4 or 5 times, and there's the lad that won it a few times but finishes second, Tommy Little. Tommy, he's into fell walking now. There's Garlick, Graham Garlick, just come back from Cyprus he had at the front. There's Wes. There's Tommy Little, line second. He had no problem crossing the water splash. Watch this, when he looks back he realises somebody's coming. Watch this, and he runs away quick, you know, you think, oh well, I'm getting a second anyway. And he looks around and thinks, Christ, somebody's coming. Oh! Didn't he? What I did when I showed the show, you know, is to quicken it up, and it was made it extra fast. I said, oh, he's a good he's an RAF lad, just come on leave, and he decided to ride with Graham Garlick in front of the column. Oh, the lad in front in the red, Bill Wright, he used to be head of the cheese counter for the Co-op at Wallsend, and he moved on to Presto's at Tesco's, and he ended up being manager. He travelled the country. You know, top man actually in the end. As I see, he's retired now and lives at Darras Hall. There's Eric Potts in the white and red jersey. And there's the BarnesBurY ride, I'm not sure of his name. Now coming back along to the bowling road now. There's a nice little cafe there, Bowling Cafe, coffee room next to Bowling Lakes. It's open now. That's in the 90s. But these races were held in the early 60s. This was 1960, this one. This is the finish. We didn't get the winner. Milton mustn't have gotten there in time. There's Bill Wright, who went on to finish third. And there's Where's Wash Myself Down. He's the winner. Where's Clayton from the Tyne Road Club. And there's Graham Garlick, who got second, I think he was. And there's Where's, he's got the leader's jersey. Each year he's to embroider another name on it. Tommy Little's on it. And I was on it in 1957, I won it. I rode it twice and had a win, but I'll ask him to show us the jersey shortly and he'd turn round. There's Bull Wright, Tyne Olympic. Nice clean legs, dressed for dancing. And a handshake. Nice clean sport. There's Tommy Little. I was wrong, he got fourth. There's Benny Dobson. Benny used to work for a television company. Now he lives in Canada and got his own company. He married Norman Taylor's sister, Jean. But Benny emigrated later on. Watch him stagger back. He's been drinking again. What? That's his sister. That's his wife, sorry, Jean Taylor. Here's a lad with a Tommy Shanter. The reckon it blew off into a field and he tried 400 before he got one to fit. Field full of cows. Oh. Oh no, it's another year he's got the Tommy, he's got a big Tommy Shanter and he's got a crash helmet there. He's in the Tyneside Vagabonds. That's Where's Clayton's dad. His niece. She's back to the spectators again. Walter Hall's wife. Jeff Johnson used to ride for the Ridley there in the Packer Mac. These are club lads that race, a lot of them, but they don't like riding this event. They like laughing at the other lads because it's a bit rough at times. You can get injured. Actually, I rode it 3 times into it, and I got a brake lever through my leg one time carrying on. And I made that my last. Ridley rider from the Ridley Road Club. Man down the blue jumper, and Josh got killed there. He hit a cyclist, he hit the back wheel and he hit his head on the, there's the store horse, Bill Wright. Two of my shoes are waterproof as well. Watch this lad with a cup on. Is he the one with a, no, he's not the one with a cup. Of course I'm not knackered. Oh. Eric Potts. I think Eric had trouble with his leg. You see him here, watch this, with his leg. You wouldn't think a lad to be so knackered after 10 miles, would you? Watch this. Oh, it's my legs. I would have won if I hadn't hurt myself. That's the best way to come up the hill, isn't it? If you hadn't got a chance of winning. Live to fight another day. That's the promoting club, the BarnesBurY. If you notice the one I called the store horse, the little stout one there, if you look, he hasn't got a mark on him. I don't know where he's been. He's as clean as anything. He's not splashed very much, is he? He's been used normal. Or does. A little lad, a junior finishing. All these lads now, he'd be about 40 odd, him, won't he? 50. That's when packer mats were popular. And caps. They're the officials working out the placings from the Tyneside Vagabonds. The Boy Scout there. He gets on his bike and changes his voice. Ooh. Ooh. There's the one with the quiff from Stanley. Oh. Then it'll go back to the changing rooms now, and it'll show you them getting washed and cleaned up. On one of the years it showed you where there's about 40 fellas in a little dish with water, and they were coming out black and they were going in. They'd got a little dish, and somebody decided to go into the river. That lad's from Horton, Sunderland, Bob, I don't know his second, I forgot his second name. He won a couple later on, him. He took up Cyclo-cross, he must have lost a bit of weight and he was doing quite well. And here's the first of the mountain bikes, Rob Atkinson from the Tyne Below, now working for the breweries. Newcastle Road Club. Short wheelbase bike, you must hit a wall. I never realised it went on as long, you know, at the finish. Sometimes it used to show you the first 2 or 3, then go straight back to the change rooms. It depends what sort of day it was, you know, if it was wet. I mean, that little girl there will be 40. That's that Dad Black you called him. He was in the Tyneside Vagabonds. There's a fella who's getting an extra wheel on his bike. He's got a free wheel. Tricycle. You don't see many of them. There's the locals coming in. Now this is the washing facilities which I was on about. There's a dish of water and there's 40 per dish. And if you see, they're coming out black and they're going in. The lad sitting down to the right with the vest, that's Eric, who hurt his leg. He's giving it a bit rub, it'll pull round. There's the BarnesBurY and them. They're fighting for the dish. That's the best about winning it, you know, you get the clean water. I bet footballers would complain, you know, if they had them washing facilities. Kevin Keegan's men. There's Wes the winner, he's not so daft. It's immaculate. Lovely clean water, and that's even for his bike, not him. Now that's the lad that had the kidney, you know. Where's Baty? Look at that. Give it a bit rub. Some of them, I think, throw their bikes in the river to wash their bikes. But what happens if you do that? The water goes into your bearings and into the block and that, you know. What they're supposed to do if you would then is lie your bike on its side and let the water all run out and pump a bit light oil in. There's Benny Dobson. It's the lad that lives in Canada now. He turned professional, actually rode for Carlton Cyclers. There's the lads giving their bikes a bit extra water to get them clean. I think one, he leaves his bike and he says I'll collect it next year. As if they haven't had enough. Jock Hutchison from the Dunstan Couriers with a hat on there. There's a Stanley Rider. Now this is the outside, this is the restaurant that was supplied by the BarnesBurY Cycling Club, outside caterers. There's the meths and the kettle. Boy Scout looking for ideas, see? How to light the fire. There's BarnesBurY Cycling Club, catering section. There's a lad's left-hand vehicle next to you. I knew one of them did. Should I leave it or should I get it? Well, I better take it. There might be thieves in the area. Now there's the winner, where's Clayton on the left. Seth Jones, he used to own, the lad to the right there, shaking hands, he used to own Denton Cycles. Then he sold it to Colin Davison, who owns Denton Cycles now. And there's Wes Clayton, the winner from the Tyne Road Club. Tommy Liddle from the Newcastle Road Club. And that's Seth Jones, who was in the Tyneside Vagabonds, but also owned Denton Cycles and now retired. Now, as if they haven't had enough water, it's come on to rain. And most of these fellas have got to ride back home about 30 or 40 miles after a lazy day in the fields for home comforts.